All right, let's not kid ourselves here. Deshaun's out for the season. What the heck? What happens? What, like, what? So I wake up, right? It's my day off from work, right? It's my day off. I'm like, I'm gonna sleep until like noon, right? I have my alarm set for 11:30, noon, whatever. I wake up at 11:30, right? To a notification from my brother. Why is my video lagging all of a sudden? From a text from my brother saying Browns just can never win. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I just woke up. What are you talking about? As he's responding, I open Twitter and I see Deshaun Watson season-ending in surgery. How did his shoulder progress from slightly hurt, he's to be out for a couple of weeks, to out for the season in one game? Apparently, it happened in the first quarter of the Ravens game, and he played the rest of the game out. So, Deshaun, I don't like you off the field, man, but on the field, that was ballsy. That was awesome. That comeback you did with a sprained foot and a completely broken shoulder. And they said if he took one more big sack, he could have completely lost his shoulder, had to have surgery to remake his shoulder. So I'm all for him being done for the season. But how did it progress from... How did it progress like that, man? How? Deshaun Watson out for the season. Nick Chubb out for the season. Jack Conklin out for the season. Both tackles, DeJuan Jones and Jed, at least out for a game. Jed's on IR. DeJuan might be back this week, hopefully. Wide receiver, we trade DPJ because we can't get him involved. Running back, Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford are doing fine. Defense, Denzel Ward is out every game, it feels like. Greg Newsome was out multiple weeks, comes back, it's a pick six. Awesome. Juan Thornhill was out the first week or two of the season. Been playing pretty well since he got back. We lost Jacob Phillips, one of our special teamers, and a stopgap starter for us for the season. Defensive line's been healthy. And that's where the strong suit of our team's our defensive line. It hurts, man. It hurts. It hurts that we're finally seeing progress on this season. Sean comes back. Jerome Ford plays amazing. Kareem Hunt continues his touchdown streak. Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore get involved in the passing game. David Njoku starts taking over. Offensive line with backup with Garon Christian and James Hudson played really well. Defense, stellar. Stellar defensive performance by our defense. We're finally saying, yes, this is the team to go and win a Super Bowl. This is the team to try and win the division. This is the team that we need. And Deshaun Watson goes out again. Out for the season. Listen, I'm done. I'm done with Deshaun Watson. If the Cleveland Browns this offseason don't get the best insurance policy possible behind Deshaun Watson, it is a failure. Andrew Berry, I understand trading Josh Dobbs. I am not mad at him for trading Josh Dobbs. You drafted DTR. He had a stellar training camp in preseason. You trade Josh Dobbs for a 5th-round pick that you drafted DTR with. So DTR's already made back his value in draft capital. So I'm not mad at the Josh Dobbs. What I'm mad about is letting Jacoby Brissett go. Why did we let Jacoby walk for $8 million? I would have paid Jacoby, if I had $8 million to pay Jacoby Brissett, I would have paid him to stay in Cleveland. $8 million to be a backup. He's already a backup for $8 million. Then at the trade deadline, they asked for too much. The Commanders asked for a 3rd-round pick for Jacoby Brissett. That's too much. That is too much. But I would trade them a 4th. I would have said, we'll trade you a 4th and a future 7th for Jacoby right now. We need a backup plan behind Deshaun Watson. PJ Walker has the worst rated QBR in the NFL. Has the most turnover-worthy plays in the NFL. Has the lowest completion percentage for a stopgap starter in the NFL this year. He hasn't played the horrible, but he's the worst quarterback in the NFL somehow. Because in his limited play, he had the most turnover-worthy plays. So, honestly, it's going to average out that he's the worst quarterback. DTR. He's a rookie. Thank God we're going up against the Steelers this week, right? The defense that destroyed Deshaun Watson earlier in the season. And I hope he shows promise. I hope a week of him being the #1 quarterback shows promise. If he can show promise this week, I'm fine with losing Deshaun for the season. I'm okay. If he can go 60% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 1 turnover, and we win the game, DTR, you did your job. You did your job of what I expected from you. And if he exceeds that, awesome. Awesome. But how many times are we going to lose Deshaun Watson? We didn't have him for the first 13 weeks of last season. Then he played the last 6 games. This season, he's out for 5 weeks. And then he's out for the rest of the season. Wait, I'm done. I'm done. Draft a backup. Sign a backup that can, if he's out again next year, we can at least try and make the playoffs. Because I'm done with Deshaun Watson. I've been done with him since week 3. He's had good games and he's had bad games. And then he had a 5-week stretch where he didn't even play. He can't hold up. Something about him, he's injury prone, whatever just happened in that time away from the football, his body can't handle it all of a sudden. I'm not saying cut him. I'm not saying trade him. He's going to be our starter next year. But get a capable backup. Listen, if DTR can be the 3rd string quarterback next year, go for it. Keep him on the roster. Help him develop. Maybe we get something out of him. But we need a Jacoby Brissett. We need someone like that to be the backup. We need a Teddy Bridgewater. I'm done. I'm done. And it's aggravating because this team is primed for a Super Bowl run this year. We're 6-3. We lost to the Seahawks because PJ Walker threw a ball into a helmet and it bounced the wrong way. That's unlucky. We lost that game. But we lost. We lost to the Steelers because Deshaun Watson threw 2 pick sixes. And then we lost to the Ravens the first time because the Ravens they're just better than us. Because he started DTR and he didn't know 10 minutes before the game started. So Deshaun Watson's out for the season. My take, listen, I get it. Let DTR ride the rest of the season. Do not start PJ Walker unless DTR is the worst quarterback in the NFL. Then you start PJ Walker because of his experience. But I'm starting DTR the rest of the year. And next year, DTR is quarterback 3, Deshaun's quarterback 1. But I'm getting Jacoby Brissett. I'm getting whoever the best backup in the NFL is that you can possibly get at quarterback 2 and say, hey, you saw last year, if Deshaun gets hurt, you get to run this team. Look at this defense. Look at it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Bye.